It is 3 a.m. The world outside is silent, but your mind is loud. You stare at your reflection, wondering, when did I stop caring for myself? When did self-care become a luxury spa retreat instead of a daily ritual of strength? The Stoics knew the truth. Transformation is not found in retreats or escapes, but in the smallest repeated acts. Like water carving stone, tiny habits reshape the soul. Tonight, I ask you, are you ready to rediscover the quiet power hidden within? You rush from meeting to meeting, your phone buzzing with endless demands, your body present but your spirit depleted. At night, you scroll in the dark, searching for peace but finding only noise. Modern life leaves us weary, scattered, and disconnected. Yet the struggle you feel is not weakness. It is the very signal that you are human, longing for alignment. And if the Stoics lived through wars, exile, and burden yet found resilience, then so can you. The question is not whether change is possible, it is whether you will choose it. Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, Epictetus. These were not men of comfort, but leaders, exiles, and survivors. Their wisdom was not theory, but practice forged under fire. They taught that true self-care is subtractive, removing clutter of thought, freeing energy, and finding strength within the ordinary. This video will not tell you to escape your life. It will show you how to inhabit it with resilience. The Stoics invite us to care for ourselves not through excess, but through discipline, presence, and perspective that in the next moments. You will discover 5 Stoic microhabits, tiny practices under 5 minutes each, invisible to others yet powerful enough to transform you. These are not theories. They are tools to reclaim your mornings, guard your energy, soften your inner critic, and end each day with peace. If you follow them, you will become unrecognizable, not by becoming someone else, but by uncovering the resilient self that has always been within. This is your invitation to begin. Principle 1. Morning Mind Sweep. The Stoics taught, you cannot control the world, but you can control your mind. Yet most mornings, we wake already lost in noise, half-dreams, old regrets, future fears. Before the day begins, we are pulled in 1,000 directions. The morning mind sweep is a 2-minute practice that clears the fog. You do nothing but sit on the edge of your bed, close your eyes, and notice your thoughts as if they were clouds drifting across a vast sky. You don't fight them, you don't follow them. You simply let them pass. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this, and you will find strength. The morning mind sweep is the daily rehearsal of this truth. You are not running from your thoughts, nor are you crushed beneath them. Instead, you practice seeing them for what they are, fleeting impressions, not commands. Like a shopkeeper taking inventory before opening, you check the shelves of your mind before stepping into the world. And this simple act brings order where chaos once ruled. Picture a river. If you thrash against the current, you exhaust yourself. But if you stand on the bank and watch, the river flows on. Your thoughts are the same. Without awareness, they carry you downstream into anxiety, anger, or distraction. But when you observe, you stand apart, unshaken. Seneca likened life to a traveler watching others rush. The wise do not hurry with the crowd, they walk their own pace. The morning mind sweep is that pause, the moment you choose to be the watcher, not the captive. In today's world, the first thing most people reach for is their phone. Emails, news, messages, they pour noise into a mind already crowded. But if, for 2 minutes, you sweep your thoughts before opening the door to the day, everything changes. You notice patterns, Monday anxieties, unresolved tension, forgotten joys. You stop reacting blindly and begin responding wisely. Within weeks, you carry clarity into every meeting, every conversation. The morning mind sweep is not escape. It is preparation, the armor of presence for the battles ahead. Principle 2. Gratitude Archaeology. Most gratitude lists fail because they become vague. Family, health, home. Important, yes, but too familiar to awaken the soul. The Stoics understood that real gratitude is not about piling more blessings. but about uncovering the hidden gems already in front of us. Gratitude archaeology is the art of digging into your day and finding one overlooked treasure, a small kindness, a fleeting victory, a subtle joy. The practice is not about collecting, but discovering. And in that discovery, your vision of life transforms, Seneca wrote. Nothing is more honorable than a grateful heart. But he did not mean shallow gratitude. He meant the discipline of perspective, the ability to see what is already present with new eyes. To practice gratitude archaeology is to train your vision, to notice the quiet miracles of life instead of waiting for grand victories. When you drink coffee, you do not just taste warmth. You remember the farmer, the roaster, the countless hands that brought it to you. Gratitude expands a moment into eternity. Imagine an archaeologist kneeling in the dirt. Each brush stroke reveals a fragment. Each fragment tells a story. Your life is the same. Beneath routine lies buried wonder. The stranger who held the door, the wind on your face, the song that softened your mood. Without digging, you miss them. With practice, they appear everywhere. And then, something shifts. You stop waiting for joy and begin uncovering it in real time. Life becomes less about what you lack and more about the treasures you already hold. Our modern brains are trained to scan for flaws, emails left unanswered, tasks unfinished, problems unresolved. Gratitude archaeology rewires this pattern. Each day, pause and find one subtle victory. Maybe you remembered to breathe before reacting. Maybe your train arrived just on time. Maybe someone smiled when you needed it most. These are not small, they are sacred. Practice this daily, and you will find your mind naturally searching for hidden blessings. You will stop measuring life by absence and start living in presence. Principle 3. Energy audit moment. Your smartphone drains quickly when too many apps run in the background. What do? You close them. You optimize. Yet most of us never check the hidden apps draining our own life force. Habits, people, thoughts. The Stoics understood that energy is sacred. The energy audit moment is a daily pause to ask, am I being charged or drained? It is not philosophy in books. It is a practice in the body. Shoulders tight, chest heavy. You are leaking energy. Breathe. Notice. Choose differently. Marcus Aurelius observed, we all love ourselves more than others, but care more for their opinion than our own. How often do you trade your energy for approval? Epictetus warned that wealth is not what you collect, but what you do not waste. Energy is the same. The audit is simple. Once a day, pause and ask your body, am I being fed or consumed? When you honor the answer, you stop bleeding strength into what gives nothing back and begin investing in what multiplies you. Picture a farmer. He knows the difference between soil that nourishes and soil that suffocates. He plants only where growth is possible. Life is the same. Without awareness, we keep planting in barren fields, conversations that drain us, obligations that exhaust us, patterns that starve us. The energy audit teaches us to feel the difference between good exhaustion, the kind that comes from growth, and bad exhaustion, the kind that comes from self-betrayal. With practice, you learn to plant your energy where it will bear fruit. In the modern world, most of us only notice depletion once burnout hits. But an energy audit practice daily changes everything. Set a random alarm or link it to a habit. Opening the fridge, washing your hands. Stop, breathe, ask, charged or drained? Then act. Close the app, step away from the toxic chat, shift your posture. Do this daily, and you build what I call energy intuition. Soon, you will feel the leaks before they drain you, and protect your vitality like the rare treasure it is. Principle 4. Compassion reset breath. The harshest voice you will ever hear is not from the world, but from within. We spill coffee and call ourselves clumsy. We forget a name and declare ourselves failures. The Stoics understood, pain strikes twice, the event itself and the judgment we add. The compassion reset breath is the antidote. Whenever you hear your inner critic rising, pause. Take one intentional breath. Whisper to yourself, I am doing the best I can with what I know right now. Simple, brief, but profoundly liberating, Epictetus taught. Men are disturbed not by things, but by the view which they take of them. Most suffering comes not from what happens, but from the cruel story we tell about it. The compassion reset breath interrupts that story. One breath, one kind phrase, one moment of grace. You do not erase the mistake. You simply refuse to stab yourself with the second arrow. In this pause, you discover what the Stoics always knew. Kindness toward oneself is the soil of resilience. Think of a child learning to walk. They fall hundreds of times. No one calls them failures. They are simply learning. Yet as adults, every stumble becomes proof of inadequacy. The Stoics remind us, stumbling is not weakness, but progress. The compassion reset breath brings back that innocence. Each breath is a reset, a reminder that growth requires gentleness. Like tuning a slightly off-key guitar, you are not broken. You are simply adjusting, preparing to play your true music. In today's relentless world, self-compassion is often mistaken for weakness. Yet nothing is stronger than the person who no longer attacks themselves. With practice, your inner critic softens. Instead of, "How could I be so stupid?" you begin asking, "What can I learn from this?" The compassion reset breath transforms failure into fuel, mistakes into teachers. And as you grow kinder to yourself, you grow kinder to others. You stop projecting judgment and start radiating safety, the rare gift of being human, fully and gently. Principle 5, Daily Done Declaration. At night, most of us lie awake replaying failures. The email left unsent, the task unfinished, the word we wish we hadn't said. But the Stoics practice something different, the evening review. Not to condemn, but to notice. The Daily Done Declaration transforms the way you end your day. Before sleep, find 3 things you completed. They don't need to be grand, just real. A kind word spoken, a moment of patience, a drawer organized. You close the day not with lack, but with sufficiency. Seneca advised, each day, ask yourself, where did I improve? What temptations did I resist? What duty did I fulfill? This was not a moral report card. It was clarity. The Daily Done Declaration is not about perfection, but momentum. Each acknowledgement is a seed of self-trust. You become the kind of person who follows through, who notices effort, who honors progress. And when you honor even the smallest completion, you begin to trust yourself again. Trust is the foundation of all growth. Think of a craftsman chiseling marble. Each strike seems small, almost invisible. Yet over time, the statue emerges. Your days are the same. Small acts of follow-through, when honored, create the architecture of character. Without recognition, they vanish into forgetfulness. With the Daily Done Declaration, you celebrate every strike of the chisel. Over weeks, you begin to see yourself not as someone chasing impossible standards, but as someone steadily shaping greatness from stone. Tonight, when you lie down, don't count what's missing, count what's done. 3 quiet wins. You sent the message, you listened instead of reacting, you gave kindness instead of silence. This nightly ritual retrains your nervous system to end in peace. You fall asleep with gratitude instead of anxiety. And when tomorrow begins, you carry momentum, not regret. The Daily Done Declaration reminds you, you are not defined by unfinished tasks, but by completed moments of presence, repeated daily, building a life of meaning. 5 Stoic micro-habits: a morning mind sweep, gratitude archaeology, an energy audit, the compassion reset breath, and the Daily Done Declaration. Each takes less than 5 minutes, costs nothing, and requires no audience. But together, they reshape you. Not by adding more, but by clearing what does not belong. Like an archaeologist uncovering a masterpiece, you discover the resilient self already waiting beneath the dust of burnout, fear, and noise. This is not reinvention. It is remembrance. You are not broken. You do not need fixing. You only need recalibration. Each micro-habit is a breath, a pause, a choice that redirects the course of your life. In 30 days, you will feel lighter. In 6 months, others will call you unrecognizable. But you will know the truth. You are simply aligned with the strength that was always yours. Begin today. Choose one habit, Practice it and let it grow. Change does not demand perfection, only repetition. Tonight, before you sleep, try one ritual, the daily done declaration. Write down 3 small victories, however ordinary. Tomorrow morning, test the mind sweep. 2 minutes of watching thoughts like clouds. These are your first steps into Stoic self-care. Not grand, not dramatic, but steady. Let these practices anchor your days. Share them with a friend, speak them aloud, and live them. Change begins not in theory, but in practice. Begin, and you will feel the difference before others see it. This is Stoic Miracles, where ancient wisdom meets modern struggle. Remember, transformation is not distant. It begins with the next breath you take. Respect yourself through action. Anchor yourself in discipline. Shine through resilience. If this video gave you strength, share it, subscribe, and join this community of seekers. And never forget, you are not becoming someone else. You are uncovering who you were meant to be all along. Stay steady, stay strong, and keep walking the Stoic path.